Go live, go live, go live, go live. What? Y'all, I forgot it was a holiday week. I was about to say week. And so I woke up and I thought I had plans right now. I thought I had somewhere to be, and I don't. So guess what? I get to be where I would love to be. Buenos dias y venido. Welcome and good morning. Hey. All right, fellas in the room. Come on. Parents, daddies, fathers, and fathers to be. I am so excited to talk to you about hope for the holiday. Hope for the holiday. Good morning. So I want to talk to you about hope for the holiday. And when I when I think about the holidays, I think about rest and I think about family. And I know for the holidays, other people may think about stress and strain. And so I want to give you parents ways to look at hope for the holidays. What are the ways to look at hope for the holidays? And I'm going to start with the song um, that I was raised. When I was growing up, my my parents were in church, and my daddy is a pastor. My mama ministers as well. And so this morning, as I was preparing to come on this live, a song was in my heart as I lit my little candle, get my smell good, get the day started. And it was the song, This Little Light of Mine. Just type of one if you remember that song. If you remember the words to This Little Light of Mine. And I'm gonna warm up my vocal cords. I'm gonna do a little song for you. And the reason is, I help professional parents unlock learning. Essentially, I help them access the resources that they need to ensure success for their child, not only in school, but in life. And so, okay, we got ones in the chat. You know what, fellas, y'all's engagement is A1. So the song goes, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And as I was lighting the candle this morning, I was like, the light is our children. Like the light is the babies. And so there is a scripture, and I'm going to read it about hiding a light. And this just came to me. And it's so incredible that there are songs, there are scriptures, there are things even in nature that paint a picture of what God wants us to do with and for our children. And there's something powerful about hope. I'm going to go ahead and define hope for you. Y'all know I love definitions. And if you know a parent who this season needs some holiday hope, maybe it's hope concerning grades, maybe it's hope because there is a strained relationship with their child, maybe it's hope because the school system is failing and they don't know what they need to do or how to get the resources or the solution. I want you, and I mean this, I'm gonna look at this camera and this one. I want you to connect us. That means put us in a group chat, tag them on this post, introduce us, because I love helping parents. It's what I was born to do. My background is in education, and so I've been teaching in the classroom. I've been teaching students, I've been teaching teachers, and now I am partnering with parents and teaching them. And I'm gonna talk to this camera. If you know a parent who is struggling, who is feeling like they're failing, who is fearful or insecure or frustrated with ensuring school success for their children, I need you to connect us. I love that you all watch the videos, and thank you for the comments and the likes and all of that, because really it's information that I want to share. And one of the best things that you can do is share it with somebody who you know needs to hear the message. I'm not concerned about just share just because, even though that's great. But there's somebody who needs to hear there is a parent, a professional parent, a busy parent, a parent who is locking down legacy, an entrepreneur parent, a homeschool parent, a executive, high earning executive. There is a parent that you know who needs to hear that there's hope for the holiday. And so I want you to share this with them. Okay. Now, pardon me. Do I need like a powder brush? Who's in production? Ew, was that? Oh Lord, I hope y'all did not see that. That was my nose was dry as the Sahara last night and this morning. So now I get on camera and my nose wanna be anyway. If you saw that, I apologize. Can y'all type in the chat? Because now I'm gonna have to watch this back and see if y'all saw that. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. Hope is a feeling of expectation and a desire for a certain thing to happen. Hope is a feeling of trust. Hope is to want something to happen or to be the case. We're going to concentrate on the first definition. A feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen, and the second one, a feeling of trust. Okay, so I want to tell you that if you are looking for hope in the area of grades, in the area of excuse me, connectedness with your child, in the area of feeling like you are securing the resources that your child needs, I want you to continue to listen. I want you to share this with someone who needs to hear this message. So the song that I just sung, "This Little Light of Mine," if we take the verse and we look at the light being our children, this little child of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little child of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little child of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Y'all, it's a beautiful message. Like our children get to shine. And if we are letting something happen, that means that we're allowing it. That means that we're making space for it, right? We are giving our children permission. We're giving them resources. We're giving them the capacity to truly shine. And so around this time in the school year, yeah, I don't know why my stuff is not charged. Around this time in the school year, grades become the emphasis. One thing I appreciate lots of things about my parents, but one thing I especially appreciate is that hold on. I think my candle is right above a plant. Hold on one second. Okay, it wasn't right above, but it was above enough. So one thing I appreciate about my parents is that grades were not a big deal. And I got good grades. But there was something about learning, there was something about like turning in assignments and being organized. My parents emphasized the skills that were needed, and the habits that needed to exist be uh, in order to see good grades, in order to see A's and B's and the occasional C plus. So I want to give you all three things that you can do to create hope for the holidays. Three things that you can do to create hope for the holidays. And these are things that I have done, am doing, will do. And they're going to sound a lot like what I talked about months ago when we were talking about going back to school. Number one is align your calendar. How does hope fit on your calendar? You have to create space for it. So this is the week, whether you celebrate Thanksgiving or not, this is a holiday week here in the United States of America. And many schools are closing early, and businesses are closing early, and people are traveling and spending time with friends or family, or just taking a moment to breathe and focus on what we'll talk about, which is number two, gratitude. But I want you to align your calendar and I want you to tell people about it. So it's actually sitting down with a calendar. I have a paper calendar. I have two paper calendars, actually. I have one that's like a daily calendar. I have another that is like a full out calendar. And I also have my whiteboard calendar. Sit down with your calendar and make space for hope. What does that mean? Take some things off your schedule. Look at everything you have to do and then clarify what you really need to focus on. And make sure the need to, as there are things that you need to do, there are also things that you want to do on your calendar. Okay. Number two, I want you to, let me go back. Let me tell you why that is so important. It's because you need a break. You need rest. You need, in order to, like we said, hope, it's a feeling of expectation, a desire for something to happen, a feeling of trust. You need to make space on your calendar to pour in the hope that is needed. Number two, gratitude. I have a gratitude jar. So that I could add to, right? So I just have note cards. I write down what I'm grateful for. I may cut these cards into slices and then I put them here. And so when I'm feeling like, the day is daying, the week is weekend. When I'm feeling like, girl, what you need to be grateful for, then I pull out a card that says my desire to obey. I really desire to obey God, and I'm grateful for that. That is my true desire. And pull out one more. Finding Victor Thompson worship. I don't know if you can see that. I'm grateful for that. I got lots in here. It's about people, it's about circumstances, it's about my character, it's about my relationship with God, it's about what he's called me to do. It's gratitude is a game changer. And I talked to a parent last week and we were able to just talk about how our children being alive and well is something we're grateful for. Because if we think about what we've been through and what they've been through, there's a sense of gratitude and appreciation that God would allow us to bring miracles into the earth and then to raise them and take care of them and guide them and lead them and learn from them. We get to learn from the light. So this little light of mine is like, my light is sleeping right now. And I love the second verse, hide it under a bushel, no. I'm going to let him shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let 'em shine. Let 'em shine. We have to let our children shine. And a part of letting them shine is us having hope, having an expectation, having a desire for something to happen, having a trust and a belief in God that if he gave us these children, he will also equip us to raise them and to do what is the very best for them. And a lot of it is creating the space for hope and being grateful for what God has already done. Are y'all tracking with me? You following me? So if you want number three, I see I have a few people watching. Give me just a number three and I'll throw a three. Number one is I'm always going to tell you, get your calendar together. Time is valuable. Time is of the essence. I'm always going to say, get the calendar aligned. Number two is gratitude. I love my gratitude jar. In fact, yes. Hey, Nat. I'm going to pull out another one. Ooh, I knew this would come. My God. This one's personal. I thank God for bringing people into my life and allowing me to learn from them, even if I don't know the totality of the lesson. Either that one just be floating to the top or God is like, nah, that's me. That relationship is me. That encounter is me. Wow. All right, Lord. I'm not discounting it. It's just a healthy, smart, talented, loving baby boy. Man, these are some good ones. Do y'all have a gratitude jar? Tell me if you do. Well, maybe we'll have a gratitude jar party or something. Like sometimes we just need to create space to do the thing that we know will bring us joy. So number one, get your calendar together. Number two, make sure that you are showing gratitude. And number three is get a plan. Like, I keep hearing this, and I'm just gonna have to write a book called The Parents Handbook or The Parents Manual, because we say there is no handbook and no manual for parenting, but there are several. Like there are several different books. I'm going to show you one that I'm reading now. There are books. I've written books. If you need a book, let me know. If you are like listening, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get my calendar together. I want to do the gratitude jar thing. Like, Cass, can you help me? Hop on a discovery call and let's get clear. It's 15 minutes. I promise you, it's short and sweet. I like to do things accelerated, right? So we're going to talk about what's your vision, what's a goal, what's your next best step. It is really a hop on, hop off, but it's a power punch. Like you get what you need. So my homegirl, and licensed coach and therapist, Elise Jones, counselor. Elise Jones recommended this book, The Whole Brain Child: 12 Revolutionary Strategies to Nurture Your Child's Developing Mind. Game changer. Okay? Game changer. And matter of fact, I have not finished reading this book. I read a little here and there, but this is a book that I recommend every person who's raising a child, every parent, every person who's parenting, read this book. It talks about your child's brain. So when it feels like and seems like they are losing their mind, they are. Things are happening in their brain. Yes, Nat, you have this book. Yes. So maybe we need a book club. You know, I always like starting stuff. There are several books that help parents. Absolutely. There are books that help parents. There are books that show us what to do. But I want you to lean into, like, a part of having hope is realizing you don't have to have all the answers. And there's so much hope there. It's like, whew, because I didn't know everything. So now if I know that I don't know everything, I have the hope of learning and growing and building community with other people. So if you want 12 revolutionary strategies to nurture your child's developing mind, everybody, we do, then this is a good read. And if you're like, I don't got time to read a book, I don't like reading, let's be honest, some of us struggle with reading. I'm just going to be honest, like, especially those of us who went to school in the US, especially. No, it ain't no especially. It just is what it is. Like our reading proficiency levels are very low. And so guess what you can do, or I can do for you, is I can find you this information in a digestible form because I want you to have the information. How to talk to your child, how to talk so your child will listen, and how to listen so your child will talk. Ooh, come on with the book recommendations. Yeah, we're about to do a book club for sure. We're about to do a book club for sure. For sure, for sure. Next year we're doing a book club. Stay tuned. I feel that. Okay, so this was short and sweet, and my friend's about to go live and I want to see her live. If you know a parent, if you are a parent who needs hope, okay? If you need hope, thank God I went to school in the Caribbean. But actually, if you need hope, if you want hope, if you've been praying for hope, if you like, I don't got, let's just look at the opposite of hope real quick, because you might be saying, I don't need no hope. This is how I watch lives. I watch lives and poke holes. Not that I'm not receiving and getting information, but by nature, um, I learn and grow through some like challenges. And so when I think about like words like hope, it's like, I don't need hope. But let me give you some words that are the opposite of hope. And if this is how you're feeling, then you do need hope because you're doing the opposite. You're feeling the opposite. And I want to help you. Pessimism, despair of. That's it. That's all y'all gonna give me. Defeatism, negative thinking, negativity, expecting the worst, doom and gloom, gloominess, hopelessness, lack of hope, cynicism, fatalism, depression, despair, melancholy, despondency, dejection, angst, distrust, doubt, looking on the black side. a belief that this world is as bad as it could be, or that evil will ultimately prevail over good. It really sounds real dramatic, but some of us, some of us have adopted this framework and this way of looking at school and school success, or our children and their future. And I want to help you undo that, because I know that hope is natural. Like, I know um, that you want hope for the holidays. I want everyone to end this year and begin the next year with hope. Like, with a sigh of relief, like, not only am I thriving in parenting, but I have hope for myself and for my children, for my family. And so if you are watching this, I am keeping my discovery calls open till the end of the year. And then who knows what's happening after that. But if you are listening, if you're watching and you're in need of some hope, especially for the holidays, especially around grades, especially around relationship with your child, especially around accessing the resources and support that they need to thrive and be successful in school and in life, holla at your girl. You can comment success. You can comment success, and I'll know what time it is. I would love, love, love to spend time with you, getting clear on your vision for success, your goals for your child, and your next best step. Hopefully, you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Those of you who celebrate and y'all eating and gathering, happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you all soon. Bye.